Romanians head to the ballot box on Sunday for the second round of the country's presidential election. Pro-Trump nationalist George Simion won the first round 2 weeks ago with 40% of the vote. But polls are predicting a tight race against his centrist candidate, Nicușor Dan, the mayor of Bucharest. Our correspondent Pablo Gutierrez is in Bucharest for us now. Pablo, just how significant is this election?
Well, it is an extremely tight presidential contest in which every vote is going to make a difference. Now, Romanians living abroad began to cast their ballots on Thursday, and the numbers are astounding. As of right now, I just checked a few minutes ago, almost 500,000 Romanians living outside this country have cast this ballot. That is 80% more than in the first round held just about a week ago. Now, the biggest numbers are coming in from the UK, Italy, Germany, and Moldova. In some places, voters started lining up even before the polls opened up, and many told local media outlets that this isn't just a presidential vote, it's a vote for the future of Romania in Europe. Now, there's also a more profound frustration fueling this turnout. A lot of people, especially younger ones, and those living abroad feel left behind. They've lost faith in the traditional parties that have governed Romania since the fall of communism. Both today's candidates, Nicușor Dan, and centrist independent, and George Simion, a far-right populist, have positioned themselves as outsiders. Dan has never joined one of the two main establishment parties, and Simion, while controversial, has rallied massive support from backers of Călin Georgescu. He is the ultra-nationalist candidate who was disqualified last year over undeclared campaign funds and alleged Kremlin ties. Now, that disqualification led to the annulment of the election itself. So in many ways, today's vote is both a backlash and a referendum, not just on this candidate, but on who gets to shape Romania's future.
The people is now voting for Simion because we are obligated. Yeah, we have a sympathy, but our sympathy, our heart is with Georgescu.
It's a vote against the political class that has ruled Romania over the 35 years. And the main reason it's down at the basis, it's an economic one. If you look at the macro indicators, since Romania joined the European Union, it has increased significantly. It doesn't matter to the regular people in Romania that our GDP per capita has increased 2 or 3 times. What matters is if you have money to put something on the table.
And just a few minutes ago, Simion closed his TikTok and Facebook accounts. He said that because of reports that 60% of his campaign content online had included misinformation and manipulation. And there are reports also that Simion is laying the groundwork for a dispute, especially if the foreign vote ends up tipping the scale against him. We'll keep a close eye on all of this when the polls open tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning here in Romania.
Pablo Gutierrez in Bucharest, thank you.